Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy holiday. I hope the holiday was great and fruitful for you. I hope you had a great fellowship, whoever you was with in the world. I hope you ate, got nice and fat, and enjoyed yourself. This is Coin Gang Ministries. My name is Ken Billions. How are you? If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. So press 12. If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. Happy holidays to you and yours. Hopefully, you are somewhere being appreciated and loved on and not tolerated. I hope you were somewhere fellowshipping. I hope you were somewhere safe. Happy Sunday, everybody. You're at the right place at the right time. This is the number one home for personal development. This is Coin Gang Ministries. My name is Ken Billions. If this is your first time, welcome. I hope you come back. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I hope you network in the chat with anyone that seems interesting to you, right? This is the number one home for personal development. This is ministry for the abstract mind. And I just want to let you know that this is a safe space for everybody out there that has an out the box philosophy. How's your family? Anybody got leftovers? Back in the day, the leftovers used to last all the way to the Thursday. So if you got leftovers, let me know. I'm going to pull up on you. What's good, y'all? What's happening? This is ministry for the abstract mind. That's what we focus on here. We are not trying to save communities. We are more interested in building our own. We don't care what the world is doing. We don't care who's sleeping with who. We don't care what's going on, right? Because over here, it's about being selfish. It's about personal development, taking care of your own mind, taking care of your own heart, and developing, maxing out on your human ability. And that's what we're going to talk about today. If you have children, please keep your babies close to you. If you have children, keep them close to you. And if you have somebody that is loving on you, somebody that is caring for you, someone that wants to be a part of your life, and if they're an asset, they don't got to be perfect, but if they're an asset to the direction that you are interested in going, practice the art of allowing. The world and the media is definitely pushing for you to be guarded, right? Sometimes you have to practice the art of allowing, opening up your season, opening up your life, because yes, people are crazy, but people bring seasons with them. And the season that you're praying for and the season that you're looking for, it's going to come through a person, all right? Our build today is an interesting build. It's a great build. It's a build for personal development. It's a build about language. It's a build about thought. It's a build that puts control right in your lap. It's a build that, if you implement, you can begin to fix and change and curate your life right now. And it's important build, definitely coming off the holiday, where we all was, fellowshipping and eating. It's a build that has to happen right now as we transition into another year. So I want to have this conversation before the 1st of January. Today we're going to talk about what is a minority. What does it mean to be a minority? We're going to talk about the fear of adulting, right? A lot of people don't want to do it. It's a fear. We're going to talk about a profitable business, and that is the investment that is made into the inferiority complex. And I know some people that's listening now and that are going to listen on the replay, you have an inferiority complex, and it necessarily is not your fault, right? It's what you've been downloaded with. It's what you've accepted. It's what you have said yes to, and you have made some substantial investments in your inferiority complex. We're going to talk about the vibration of a minor. There is a vibration of a minor. And we're going to talk about how to go from minor to major. Our build today is how to overcome the minority mindset. Okay? That's our combo. How to overcome the minority mindset. So let me be on record. The podcasts are a minority mindset. You know why? It's games and play, a bunch of kikiing, right? And we clip it up and we share it. And the minority mindset is profitable. Don't get it twisted. You can make a substantial, a killing amount of money in investments in the minority mindset. See, this is the thing. You want to invest in it with your money, but you don't want to invest in it with your attention. So if these people want to do games and play, you figure out a way for them to do it, but you don't be a part of it. You know how the old people say, be in the world, but not of it, right? So there's a investment in the minority mindset, but you're investing in it with your attention. These conversations about dating is a minority mindset. Now, why am I saying that? Because as we move forward into a more of a digital world, how do these conversations integrate with how the world is going, right? Never, ever, ever be a part of the science experiment. You want to be the scientist. You want to be the person conducting the experiment. You don't want to be in the experiment. Because when you're in the experiment, people are playing games with you. People are playing games with their attention. People are playing games with your pain body. So you don't want to be in the experiment. You want to be the person conducting the experiment. Those with a minority mindset are in the experiment. Now, if you consider yourself a minority, press 1. In my Kev Gills voice, press 1. Shout out to Kev Gills. If you consider yourself a minority, press 1. If you've ever said that you're a minority, or you've ever said another group of people are a minority, just be honest. Do you consider yourself a minority? Now, words have power now, right? It's important to know what a thing means before you say it, right? And you always want to go to etymology to understand the word, right? Because etymology is basically breaking a word apart to find out its origins, how it changed over time in different regions. So we have modern definitions, and then there's etymology. You always want to go to the root of the word. Okay. Now, a gentleman that I listen to very, very passionately is a gentleman by the name of Bruce Lipton, right? Now, you've heard me talk about Bruce Lipton many, many, many times. Bruce Lipton is a godsend to me. He really had me looking at the biology of belief. Well, he has a quote: "The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body." The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. If you say that you're a minority, what kind of chemistry is being written in your body? Now, our perception was given to us. We were told we were things. We didn't ask to be called certain things. We didn't ask to be called a skin tone. We didn't ask certain things. It was just placed on us, and we go with it. But those things that have been placed on us, what did it do to our chemistry? Hmm? Think about that for a second. Bruce Lipton says the moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. Now, think about this for a second. For anybody that is struggling with paying attention to something, right? You have goals, but it's hard for you to lock in. You just are very distracted. You procrastinate. You know it's things that you need to finish. I know I've been through this. Anybody else? I have these big ideals, these big goals, and I just can't focus on them because my mind seems to go in another direction. Why do you think that is? The reason why that is because of the chemistry that's going on in the body. Procrastination is pegged to something. The reason why many of you created this amazing vision board at the beginning of the year and you could not get to it is because on a chemical level, your body is not responding to your goals, but it is responding to the shade room. It is responding to games and play. Bruce Lipton said in a quote, the moment we change our perception, we begin to rewrite the chemistry of our body. So maybe the cause of your procrastination, the cause of you not having energy, the reason why it's so difficult to get those amazing things done is because on a chemical level, you haven't rewrote, or let me say that better, on your body is not fine-tuned to the vision board. And notice, instead of getting to your plans and your goals, what do you go to? And how do you feel when you go to it? How do you feel when you go to the clubhouse rooms that have nothing to do with your goals? How do you feel when you listen to the YouTube content that has nothing to do with your goals? How do you feel when you're watching Netflix or you're streaming or you're engaged in conversations and it has nothing to do with your goals? It probably feels like caffeine. Because on a chemical level, this is what you're attracted to. So on the surface, you say that you want to be a millionaire. On the surface, you say that you want more. You want a wife, you want a husband, you want children, you want a family. On the surface, you say that you want to travel. But does the chemicals in your body agree with your mouth? What did Dr. Lipton say again? The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite your chemistry. Now, what is written in your chemistry? Why do you go to the things you go to? Why are you drawn to the people that you're drawn to? Now, for those people that said they're a minority, what kind of chemistry is being written? If you say you're black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever, there's a chemistry associated with that. See, you didn't create that. You are coming into a software, right? What's the chemistry that's associated with it? Now, everything related to personal development, the crowd seems to get a little thin. Why? It's not because people are not interested in bettering their lives. I believe they are. It's not because people don't want to do greater things. It's not because people don't want to advance their family. I believe people do. The problem is the chemistry. The chemistry in people's body is more fine-tuned to games and play. The chemistry is more fine-tuned to when a title says expose, right? Your algorithm on your phone matches your chemistry. Your chemistry in your body says distraction, distraction, distraction. The algorithm gives you distraction, distraction, distraction. What does, if you are focused on buying a house, that's a goal of yours. Why are you listening to conversations about a gender war or dating? Why are you listening to people's business being exposed if on your vision board you said this year you wanted to be a homeowner or you wanted to lose weight? I'll throw myself under the bus. I am deeply upset about my algorithm this year. I made a promise to myself coming into this year that I was going to avoid certain things, that I was going to create a bubble for myself and exist in the bubble. I didn't keep that promise to myself because on a chemical level, it was a lie. I got to raise my hand, y'all. Because in my mind, I know better. But on a chemical level, why was I still engaged in certain conversations, and why wasn't I guarding my eyes and my ears? And then my algorithm and the chemistry in my body are in a relationship with each other. My algorithm is feeding my chemistry. You can't just say you want to attract a different man or a different woman. Listen to the word attract. Where would it start? Wouldn't it start in the chemistry? You can't just say you're cutting people off this year because you would have to change your chemistry. You would have to change your biology, right? When we begin to believe things, our biology becomes the belief. So if you think the world is crazy and you believe that, your biology is going to confirm that. Your biology is going to keep pushing things towards you that is in line with that belief system, right? I know because it's happened to me. For you to be done and for you to change your mind, that takes concentration and it takes focus. It sounds good on the surface that you're about to be a different person. It sounds good on the surface that you're about to make changes in your life. It sounds good that you're about to level up. See, it doesn't just start with changing your number. It doesn't just start with making a public declaration on Facebook. No, no, no. It starts on on a chemical level. You say you want something, you say you're about to be this guy or this girl, it starts on a chemical level. What did Bruce Lipton say? You change your perception, you begin to rewrite your chemistry. The declarations that I made at the start of this year, it sounded good to myself. Y'all, I even wrote it down. Now I did okay, but okay is not good enough for me, so okay is an F. My okay is someone else's great, but I've passed being okay. It's either great or it's not. I'm at the stage of my life where there's no middle. What can anybody relate to that? Is it anybody out there that you have scaled your life to a degree to where good is not enough? Anybody relate? Is it anybody that can relate to I is not enough? Because you have done the work. See, when you was on the ground floor, I was enough. Just being good was enough. But what happens when you surpass that? Now being good ain't enough. It's either bad or it's great. It's binary when it comes to certain things. It's bad or great because you have scaled to a point to where good is not enough. Now, when you was who you used to be, good was a step up. And that should be applauded. Good was a step up. But when you get to a certain level, good is no longer a step up now. It's great or bust. So I was good. But I need great where I'm at in my life now, right? I have to think for other individuals, right? I'm not just responsible for me. I'm responsible for other people, and those other people are looking to me, right? For insight. They're looking to me for guidance. They're looking to me to have the answer. So great is the only thing that's acceptable in my life. Now, if you are a person and you are at square one, good is your great. So I want you to get to good. Get to good, right? And when you get to good, some amazing things are going to happen in your life. You're going to begin to rewrite your chemistry. You're going to feel it, right? Your standard has elevated, right? Hmm. This ties into the conversation about being a minority. If you think you're a minority, or you raise your hand for that, or you sign up for being a minority, what does it do to your chemistry? Right? What does it do to your chemistry? I'm gonna try to get it out today. Etymologically. Etymologically. There we go. Etymologically, what does minority mean? Minority, state or condition of being smaller. Okay, seems harmless, right? A sense now obsolete. Old French word or directly from medieval Latin. Okay, something that is less lesser, smaller, junior, meaning state of being under legal age. Mm, think about that. You're 40 and you say you're a minority. Minor. See, the word in minority is minor. Now remember what the good doc said. The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite your chemistry. Now, if the word minority is state or condition of being smaller, state of being under legal age, less, lesser, smaller, okay, could that explain why we'll say things like this? Well, I got this little job. Yeah, I'm about to take this little vacation. Yeah, I just found this little man, this little wife, my little family, right? We can have something amazing going on in our life and will attach it to very small language. Remember the chemistry. You say I am, right? I am a minority. I am black. In language, those things are not positive. You think it's positive, but in language, it's not. Now, when you are using language, there's a code programmed in it, right? It's a code in it. It's a software. It's a download, right? It's a download. I'm black. There's a download, right? Right? I am a minority. I'm a minor. Good question. The one percenters don't think they're the minority. They think they're the majority. You know why? Right? Or how can you tell? How can you tell this small minority thinks they're major? Because in the word majority is major. Look at the books that they write. Listen to when they talk. Do they talk from a minor's perspective? Does Elon Musk talk from a minor's perspective? He thinks that he can colonize Mars. What's minor about that? Hmm? Mark Zuckerberg thinks that he can create an alternative reality called the metaverse, that if you don't want to be here, you can go somewhere else. That's not minor. See, a minority has language associated with that thinking. You gotta be humble. Who says that? Minorities. Minorities elevate being humble. Minorities elevate those that dim their light for everybody else. When you come around minorities, you have to look poor. Because if you don't, the minority will be violent to you over things that it finds valuable. Now, the minority will see a person that looks rich, watches. This is what minorities associate as value. But the real gems is in the individual's mind. So instead of asking the individual, how did you get that? They take the value on the outside and sell it or wear it. And the money soon runs out and then they're back to square one. But the person that got robbed has the ability to 10x whatever they lost. That's minor thinking. Minor thinking associate wealth on the outside of the thing, right? But if we was to go to another planet right now, guess what? We would extract the planet's wealth from inside of the planet. All of the value on this planet is inside of the earth. But the miner, right? Right? The miner thinks that value is on the outside. Case in point, men and women do this to each other. The man thinks that the woman's value is on the outside of her. And the man thinks that as the woman ages, she loses her value. Right? But all physical things are in decay in nature. Since when does age equal depreciation on a human? Right? The woman thinks, oh, he got a good job. Right? The value of the man is inside of his head. It's not the job, because jobs fire. You can lose it. The value is inside of the man. But the woman, the minority woman, looks at his car and associates that with meaning, because that is minority thinking, right? Remember, minority is something that is a junior. Minority is something that is lesser. Minority is not of a legal age. So there is an immaturity there, and it needs an adult present, right, for representation. Both men and women in modern times are minorities, because look at what they find value in, and look at what they ignore that is actually beneficial for them. Now remember what the good doc said. The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite your chemistry. So on a chemical level, the man sees the woman and he has a chemical reaction to her physical features, even though, right? Even though her value is on the inside of her, but you can't see it. You have to unlock it. The woman sees value in a man's car or his job, or, because she wants security. But the security is going to come from inside of the man. But why can't they both see that? Why can't the modern man and the modern woman see the value in each other? Because of their chemistry. On a chemical level, the man is a minority. On a chemical level, the woman is also a minority. They need adults to come in and tell them what value is. They need adults to step in and define the world for them. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, a minor is lesser. State of being under legal age. State meaning being, meaning mindset. Being a minority means you are not grown. Being a minority means that you cannot represent yourself. You need an adult to step in. Huh. The interesting thing about the minor, those people that you call your oppressors are your parents. Tell you what I mean by that. The oppressors, the state, they are the adult. The adult or the state has to come in to tell you to have how to have a relationship, because without the state and without the government, You can't do it. Those people that you call oppressors have to come in and gentrify where you live and breathe life into your environment. Now grass grows that once didn't grow because they are the adults. In American history records European males calling black males boy. A 6'5" guy versus a 5'7" dude. And the 5'7" looks up at the 6'5" guy and says, boy, go get me that right there. Boy. Now, has the individuals that were once called boy in this country corrected their status? Or are they still boys? Well, yeah, because they're considered minorities. And what is a minority? State of being under legal age. Therefore, the same people that you say are your oppressors are actually the adults that you need in your life, because once you remove those so-called oppressors, it's utter chaos in your environment. Once those so-called oppressors, the adults, come to your environment, how come now your behavior has order to it? Those same people teach your babies, because the minority believes in having children without having a plan. So the minority believes having children, have the children first, then come up with the plan, right? Because the minority has babies and reproduces based on external value. The man thinks the woman is suited for motherhood because he likes how she looks. He's a minor. The woman has babies with the guy because he just gives her those butterflies, right? He just has this masculinity about himself, right? And then they send their child to public school. They never once thought about the baby's education. Who is going to be in charge of that? What is it going to look like? They never once considered what the world may look like when they bring this new life in the planet. But why would they think that? Because a minor is not legal. A minor needs adults to come in and say, don't do that, don't do this, do it like this, you're wrong. Status. A minority is a status. Black, brown is a status. Black and brown are both statuses for those people that identify as a minority, and there's a behavior associated with that status because it's based on an app. If we are in fact in a simulation, and that's true, if we are in a hologram, then things, well, are our beliefs and what we assign ourselves to are based on software. A minority is a software that is pre-coded with specific behaviors. A black person, right? A brown person, right, is associated with a specific behavior. So when you say, I am dot, 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 a brown man, a brown woman, a black man, a black woman, you are associated as being a minor. And you are a minority, and there's a thinking associated with that. The good doctor said the moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite your chemistry. So, the reason there's a gender war is based on the perception. How these individuals see the world. The guy and the girl, based on chemistry, are aligned with each other. They both see themselves, first off, as a minority. They both see themselves as being something that is minor. Hence, the conversations about a body count. Hence, the conversations about performative masculinity and performative femininity. Hence, the misuse of the word logic. A minor can't think logically because logic is a branch of philosophy. First off, that's only for adults. Logic is to think about thinking. Logic is the art of thinking. Logic is abstract. Logic is you have a thought. Now, can you think about the thought? And then can you think about that thought? So you begin to stack. You have one thought, you go to another level to think about that thought. Then you go to another level to think about the thought you was thinking. So you have these windows in your mind open and your ability to go from window to window to window. And when you realize that the newer thought is older or is better than the older thought, you collapse that window. Now you're left with these two. And in your mind, you're going to go with the best thought. And then the one that loses, you collapse it. To be able to do this in your mind is an ability that is only for adults. A minor can't do that type of thinking because a minor is not legal. A minor is less than, right? To be able to move things around in your mind tells that you are elevated, right? To be able to reason, to be able to know that for a thing to have a front, it has a back. To be able to fully understand as above, so below. That the laws that exist in the heavens also exist below. To understand duality. That all things must become in pairs and they must be in complete opposition to each other. To understand vibration, that every single thing in nature is moving. To understand rhythm. To understand that the universe is a mind in itself. But if you are operating in the world based on how your body feels, that means you are a minor. Because an adult audits the feeling. I feel like this. Why? And and what is this going on in me? An adult is able to divorce the feeling and do an experiment on it and look at why you feel like that. That's why we know Socrates. That's why we know Plato and Aristotle, regardless of whatever you think about them. So that tell you that human societies elevate mind. Elevate adults. Elevate those that can solve problems. Elevate those that can think abstractly. The minor elevates individuals that are good at playing different games. NFL, NBA, right? Roasting yo mama jokes, right? People that are at, right? Huh. People that talk like this. It's giving. Y'all need to catch yourself. Do you notice that you talk like everybody else? It's giving struggle. It's giving. Y'all are all in alignment with the same type of talking, with the same perception, right? It's giving, right? Not only that, y'all look the same. Now, no, not only that, you respond to stimulus the same, right? There is no individual separation between you and the world that your grandmother told you not to be a part of. Hmm. I thought your granny said to be in the world but not of it. You have completely went away from that, which is fine. You have a right to do your own thing. But I just want to tell you, as you're doing your own thing, your status is of a minor. And you are going to give birth to boys and girls who come here innocent. And you are going to feed them to a prison industrial complex. You are going to feed them to a new animal that you didn't even know was being developed. And that is the permanent underclass. And this permanent underclass would make it sophisticated more than underclasses in recent years, is that this permanent underclass is going to be controlled by algorithms. So you're not going to be able to appeal to anything human in it. See, back in the day, you can get a John Brown. You can get an abolitionist. You can get somebody that appeals to your human condition, and they might have a change of heart, and they might give you a drink, or they might help you. But this new underclass is going to be based on carbon credits and your social credits. And it's going to be based on computers that don't care about your humanity. Why does this matter? It's because the minority is giving birth to minors. And those minors are creating minors. And those minors are multiplying at a rapid rate, right? And that is creating a whole class of people that will never, ever scale the bottom of the pyramid because people now are too afraid to be adults. When you leave my chat and you hop back on your YouTube or your Facebook or your TikTok, your algorithm knows your chemistry. So your algorithm is going to represent things that don't have nothing to do with what you said you wanted to be when you grew up. So now you are lying to yourself. But the minor will talk about monogamy. Ken, what are you talking about? What does that have to do with the conversation? Glad you asked. The minor expects loyalty from the world, but the minor is not even loyal to his or herself. The minor tells lies to his or herself often, But you want a loyalty from another human being, something that you can't do. You can't keep a promise that you made to your own self. So you expect a man or a woman coming into your life to practice a discipline that you can't even do in your own life. A woman picks a man's phone. Who's this bitch? It's giving, right? How could you do this to me? How could you do this? You lied to me. You are deceitful. Two things can be true at the same time. But what if I was to go in your panty drawer where you keep your notebooks? The panty drawer that, sis, you might need to throw those out. Right? You might need to do some spring cleaning. You're a little too comfortable, right? You're taking the accept me as I am shit a little too far. Not for the man, love, for yourself. Remember, perception. You may think you look good in those. They're old, right? They don't even fit you right no more. But when you look in the mirror, you think something is there that it ain't. But I go in your drawer and I get your notebook, and on your notebook you said what you was going to do for yourself this year, and you didn't. You technically can't check that dude. The man technically can't check a woman about body count. Sir, you're a minor. Sir, you are a minor. You don't filter your social media. You watch everything. You are not in a position to talk about standard. You are not in a position to talk about what a woman should let in her body because you let anything in your mind. What's the difference? Darkness can't cast out darkness. You are judging her for being a minority when you are also a minority. Do you know why you're a minority or how you're a minority? How can you talk about what a woman does? This is where you live. You need the people that you say misrepresent your image in the media and marginalize you and stereotype you. You need them to come in and fix this for you. But I see you on IG flexing though. I see you with the money phone though. You told the world that you're the most desired. But this is where you're from, though. The math ain't mathing. It's given delusion. But the minor is delusional, though. The minor has a view of life that doesn't exist. Wait a, wait a minute. Let me backtrack. Because these are the vibrations of a minority. On one hand, you're the most desired. You're also the original man, the cream of the crop civilization, right? You also are who other groups of people want to be, right? You are also the, the original Hebrews and Jews, right? Okay. Yet, you need people that you say come from the cave, are genetic recessive, are imposters, blah, 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 steal from you, appropriate your culture, but you need them to come do something about this. But you're popping though. You don't see anything wrong with that. This is a neighborhood that was once full of people. Where do people go? Where's everybody at? This 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 neighborhood once had people. Where are they? This is America, by the way. This is America. So, vibrations of a minor. The same individual, because I just want to be clear here. I don't know everything. The same individuals I just wanted to let y'all know both of y'all crazy. The same individuals, black girl magic, right? You magical, right? And then your counterpart, who is also a minor, with your passport, right? You are going to other places, taking your minority thinking and your minority status to other places to impregnate women from other places. And you put a minor in her. But this is where you're actually from, though. This is where you're from. These are your neighborhoods. Let's talk real. You can't be the most desired and to be a minor. Because if people desire a minor, that would make them pedophilia or a pedophile, right? A minor is not an adult, so you can't be the most desired. You have to be an adult first. You need adults to come in and clean this. Now, explain that there's trash on the ground, but there's a dumpster. There's a dumpster, and then there's trash on the ground. The only way something like that can happen is if the individuals in that environment are not adults. The individuals in that environment have not elevated past the body, have not elevated past adolescent feelings. Because adults would say, there's trash, there's a dumpster. 1 + 1 is 2. Maybe I should put the trash there. Because if we begin to clean up around here, it may raise the property value in this environment. If we raise the property value in this environment, the police brutality would have more consequences because the environment has more worth. But the police brutality won't have consequences on minors. The good doctor said the moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body, right? So it's a little deeper than mindset. This is a chemistry going on. And to change the chemistry, you would have to shock the system. You would have to have a change so massive that the individuals completely forget that they even had that behavior. But it's hard to do that when this is popular. Now, explain this to me. What does this have to do with what you said you wanted to do with your life. Does this line up, fam? See, I want to get you back on what you said you was going to do. I want your children to look at you as heroes. I want your sons and daughters to be proud of their mother and father, the fact that their mother and father are achievers. I want your children to go out into the world with confidence, knowing that they are born to competent men and women that have a standard. But you and your babies are actually on the same level. They are minor, and so are you. Because you would have a child and you live here. The fact that people are afraid to talk to you like that, it's not because people don't want to, it's because the response is a violent response. Why? Because that's how minors express themselves. When your baby gets told no, they fall out. Right? They kick and scream. Children don't like boundaries. They want to be able to do whatever they want, right? So any type of correction that comes to them is met with force. What happens is, if many of you have grown up and physically you have the body for reproduction, but your state is still that of the child. Because if anybody comes with correction, first you hit them with whataboutism. What about this? What about that? What about them? What about that? Right? Then you come with insults because the minor doesn't have words to articulate what they're thinking. And then when the words don't land, you come with violence. It's three things in that order. Whataboutism, insults, violence. That's why your mama's so fat, she jumped up in the air and got stuck. You know, you old Michael Jackson looking boy. Your old Peebo Bryson looking boy. Yo Teddy Pendergrass head looking boy ass nigga. Right? It's giving struggle. Right? See, adults can be corrected. Adults actually want the correction. Adults want the mirror. Hey, I'm off. I need you to tell me what's going on. I need your help. What do you see? What is it that I'm doing wrong? But when you say this to a minor, yo, Bill Bellamy fade having boy. Yo, Manute Bowl, Dawson from Street Fighter Arms boy looking ass. Yo, Nell Carter, give me a break looking ass. Sis, you old Shanae, lace front Grace Jones head. y'all just be just going crazy. And then when that don't work, violence. You know what I mean? But that's the behavior of the minor, right? The vibrations of a minor. The minor has vibrations, and those vibrations are strong. Winds up affecting everybody. I wish a nigga would. I got time today. Nobody go to museums and be like, and take a video. See, I got time today to study. I got time today is always associated with some type of fuckery. We'll never say, I got time today when it's time to forgive somebody. We'll never say, I got time today when it's based on personal development. I got time today is always associated with it's given. I am curious about something though. I need my homegirls in the chat to help me out with something. How do y'all all know how to do this? Right? It's like you Indian giving. Here you go. Nope, take it back. Here, nope. How y'all all know how to? Y'all all know this. It's ill. It's ill. How do y'all all know this body mechanics? Here you can have something to eat. Nope. That's what it seemed like you doing. Here, nope. Y'all all at the neck. It's given. If y'all can mirror each other like that, if that is the power of influence, right? Then y'all can mirror each other's personal development, right? Y'all can mirror each other's personal development. Cause I do be looking. I mean, how all y'all know how to do that? Like it's just pre-coded. Like here, nope. Right? The neck, y'all neck be. I don't ever want to hear y'all say y'all know how to suck dick. Y'all lying. How what y'all be doing? Y'all neck be. A whole exorcist. I love y'all though. You know what I mean? I love y'all though. I love y'all. Right? But it's just another year coming. And these more babies are getting older. You know what I mean? And if we don't change it up now, you know what I mean? Right? The dudes ain't no different. How does every dude know to say something like this? Shit crazy. 80% of women are having sex with 20% of the men. Like it's like you could do a wind-up dog. And all of them, 80% of women are sleeping with 27 of the men, 80% of the women sleep with 27 of the men, 80% of the women sleep with like, yo, how do y'all all know this? To say this. Pair bonding, when a woman has more body count, it's hard for her to pair bond. You just like it does seem like you're dealing with like straight up AI. Because how does everybody just be on the same shit? Like dudes that don't even know each other, you have the same talking points. 50% of men are in the single in the middle class. Just all of y'all sound like Myron from Fresh and Fit. Just like, yo, think about what you're saying. You could be at the supermarket with a dude. A woman could be like, "Excuse me, brother. Excuse me. Can you get that cart? Yeah, get that that pass me the tomato or pass me the cucumber. Thanks, bro." He gonna be like, "Yeah, because you know welfare kicked men out the home." She like, I just asked for the cucumbers. Men are 50% of men are single childless. She like, you're like, yo, brother. All I asked for is the cucumber. You don't know how to pair bond. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to be masculine. You don't know how to be feminine. You see that? You see the craziness of it, right? But it's the behavior of the minor, though. You know what I'm saying? It's minor behavior. You know what I mean? It's the behavior of the minor. The minor doesn't think for itself. The minor is on autopilot. and the minor is looking for input, right? The minor doesn't have an identity. Who can I be today? Right? Who can I be today? Right? I just want y'all to step back and peep how everybody's the same. It's kind of scary. They sound the same, right? It's the women with the I'm glad I don't know how to do this shit. You give a gift, take it back with your neck. It's giving. Break your neck one day. It's giving. It's giving. Then the men with their talking points. So the woman over here, it's giving. He like 50% of men are single or childless. It's giving. 50% of men are single or childless. It's giving. Oof, you just, God damn. Like, what is going on? What's going on? It's crazy, right? But it's the behavior of the minor, right? If be fruitful and multiply had a person, these babies are innocent, okay? They come to the world and they only know what we tell them. What I really want to say, I'll get banned. So I'm not gonna say what, but I'm thinking of Margaret Sanger though. I'm not gonna say what I really want to say, but just when I see this, I'm thinking something though. And it's very sinister and diabolical, you know? But this is minor. Let me tell you why this is minor. Because this man is not going to put everybody in one house. See, we love pictures. So, oh, that's beautiful. It ain't. It ain't. It's not. Look at all the girls. Look at all the babies, yo. They're not going to be in one house. The women are not going to be on the same page with each other. This is minor behavior. Not knowing how to mate. Not knowing what to do with your body. Just because you can do this don't mean you should. This is the behavior of the minor. Got the man in the middle, right? And this is okay, right? Because some people think this is legacy. It's not. This is not legacy. The children are not legacy. What's passed to them is. But you can't say nothing because you're gonna be a coon or you're gonna be this or you're gonna be that, right? But I don't care. And this same individual, these same people would say the system is oppressing them or the system should step in to help, right? So again, the state, the adults have to step in to assist that right there. That was done with choice, but the problem is a minor can't choose, right? A minor can't choose. Even if you're not doing that, let me tell you how you being a minor. Even if you're not doing that. If you believe in white supremacy, you're a minor. You're a minor because you don't understand language. Now remember what the great Dr. Bruce Lipton said. The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. So, what does white supremacy or the belief in it do to the chemistry of your body? First and foremost, words mean what they mean. You attach white with supreme and you utter it out of your mouth. And many of you believe in the universe, right? So you believe that the things bounce off the source or bounce off the universe, right? Now, what do you think the universe understands? If the universe is this mind and you say white supremacy, when you say it out loud into the world, what happens? What comes back? Right? In your mind, it's a system, and what does nature think of the words? Well, words matter. White, right? Free from moral impurity. So white is innocent in language. Hold on. White is innocent in language. Free from spot or blemish. Means nothing is wrong with them based on language, right? Look at C. Not intended to cause harm. Not intended to cause harm. That's a big one. So does that explain why they get off? Right on camera? Does that explain the privilege? Because they don't intended to cause harm. Right? Does come on now? You say white supremacy. Okay, well, what does that mean in language? What does that mean? You just can't say things. Words have software. Words have meaning. White is innocent, right? Look at favorable, fortunate. That's what white means in language. So when you are so let's put it together now. Let's do put it together what it really means. So look at supreme, innocent, or highest and excellent or achievement, final or last, right? Greatest in status of authority, greatest or maximal in degree extreme. So, innocent, highest and excellent of achievement. Favorable, fortunate, greatest in degree extreme. Do you know what you're saying when you say white supremacy? Do you know what kind of universal compliment you're saying in language? Because white already means innocent. I'm not talking about what you think the word means. Before you were born, this is what the word means. You are in this language, and in this language, there is a software, there is a code. And in language, white means not intended to cause harm, kind of like a white lie or white magic. But you associate yourself with being a minority. The power is in the language, people. Many of you are Christian. Cool. Let me go to your level. In the beginning, there was the what? Does it say skin? No. In the beginning was what? Does it say donkey? Does it say horse? No, no, no. In the beginning was what? Was the word. And the word was with God. If you are a believer, this is what your book says. In the very beginning was the word. So creation on this planet starts with the word. Destruction on this planet starts with the word. Minorities don't know how to talk. Know what I'm talking about? Know what I'm talking about? Feel me? Feel me? Know what I'm talking about? Know what I'm talking about? So, in language, if you're a person or if you're a person that you feel me, you feel me, you feel me, that means you're a kinesthetic individual. You're about touch. If you're a person that says, I just want people to see what I mean. Do you see what I'm saying? That means you're visual, right? When you hear me, you hear me, you heard, you're auditory, right? Language, right? We create and destroy based off how we use words. Minority is a diss, and white supremacy is the biggest compliment that you can ever say. You don't even know that you are building a world in which other people are more fortunate than you. You're creating the code for them. Someone asks you, do you know how to spell? It's called spelling, right? Don't ever say white supremacy. Because what you're saying is other people are the highest in excellence or achievement. Their innocence is the highest in excellence. Their innocence is the greatest status, right? They are not intended to cause harm at an elevated level, so nothing they do can be wrong, right? Supreme, greatest in degree. Watch your mouth, right? Because the death and destruction is in your tongue, right? Death or destruction is in your tongue. You are not a minority. You are a man. You are a woman that is capable of taking personal responsibility for your life. Nothing minor about you and nothing supreme about them. They got the same time as you, the same 24 hours. They go in the grave just like you. They need food, clothes, and shelter just like you. And the fact that you think they're supreme just shows your perception of the world, of who you think they are and who you think you are. If you are not intending to cause harm, you are white. If you want to be favorable, fortunate, you're actually white. If you're moving innocent, you're actually white. But you won't accept that because you think that your blackness actually means something. It don't. It's a status, right? Words create worlds. Words create worlds. What world are you creating with your words, man? If ever something is going on in my life, then I know I must be talking crazy. Because how did I get in this position? If I find myself behind the eight ball, I got to be accountable for that. What am I talking about? Because I should be creating heaven on earth in every situation that I'm in. So I must be talking incorrectly. Something I'm saying is giving me a chemistry for pain and giving me a chemistry for poverty. I need to change my language ASAP, right? Because the words that I'm using is changing my vibe. Your chemistry controls your vibe. Vibe is vibration. That means bzz, 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 bzz. That's what you're doing all day. Bzz, bzz. Some people are bzz, right? And this bzz is chaos, right? What kind of vibes you giving off? Is your vibe bzz, or is it bzz, bzz, bzz? Is your vibe as your heart, right? Do you know we ain't even, you'll know the language if your language is correct by how you're breathing. If you are, yeah, I wish a nigga would, 9 times, this is your vibe, right? You know your vibe. This is your vibe. This is your vibe. You see how different you feel from just breathing? We can't talk about generational wealth. We don't know how to breathe. Everybody, for 1 second, wherever you are, just take a breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, but pause for a second. Don't just let it out, just pause. So inhale through your nose, count to 5, and then exhale until you have no more breath left. Easy breaths. You should begin to feel like a calm take over. I know you got bills, relationship might be unsure. Your weight might fluctuate. Finances might be doing crazy things. Changing the vibe. See how my voice changed? You have control. They never teach the minor that they have control. Now, what if you did this before you went to bed and you did this when you woke up and you became more intentional about how you move? The have and have nots is not based on money. The have and have nots is based on there are people that have the ability to take control over their life. Do they teach you how to breathe on the divestment channel? No shade. Do they teach you how to breathe on the podcast? No shade. Is it making you breathe faster? You are dealing with a universe. Your astrology is inside of you. You don't have to be a minor. You can be, and you have the potential to be something more, something greater. Let's take another breath. And I want you on the hold to hold it as long as you can. But on the exhale, go slow. All right? 1, 2, 3. Then an easy breath. On these breaths, imagine. Imagine health, right? Imagine people saying they love you and you don't got to guard up, right? Imagine traveling and shopping when you get to your destination. Imagine friendship and fellowship, right? Imagine you're in environments where if you drop your wallet, you leave your keys, people look for you to find you, to help, right? No one takes. Imagine you can be around people that say what they mean and mean what they say. Imagine there's another there's a another side to your life, right? And what you're imagining is a real timeline. It's not delusional to think that the world has something to offer you that is in your favor. That's not delusional, right? It's not delusional to think you're not a victim. It's not delusional to think there's people in the world that want to add value to your life. We'll take one more breath, right? So on the inhale, if you can, close your eyes. Not hopefully you're not driving, right? On the inhale, I want you to think about something important that you want for the new year, right? I want you to think about it, right? I want you to count to 5 on the hold. And on the exhale, I want you to see yourself with it. So on the inhale, see it, right? Whatever it is, right? But on the exhale, I want you to see yourself having it. First, get it in your mind, right? If you got it, everybody press 1. I need you to see the thing that you want, right? If you haven't thought about it yet, fine. See it, right? If you got it, if you know what it is, press 1. And on the inhale, I want you to really center it, like really I want you to see it to the point where you can move it in your mind, up, down, left, right. You can move this thing, right? And then on the exhale, I want you to see yourself with it. Cool? So I'm going to count to 3. And you're going to count to 5 on the hold. And on the exhale, when you're done, if you see yourself with it on the exhale, if you can visualize you, your face, your body with it, right? Then I want you to type, I see it, right? I see it. If you don't see it yet, do it again. And don't stop till you see it. So on the inhale, visualize it, hold the breath for 5 seconds, and then on the exhale, you have it, whatever it is. You ready? 1, 2, 3. If you've seen it, say so. And if you don't, do it again, right? And everybody send some energy for the people that is just removing the cobwebs and they're struggling to see it. If you see it, say I see it. If you see it, say I see it. If you didn't see yourself with it, do it again, right? Do it again till you see yourself with this thing, right? Right? I want y'all to know what you're doing right now. You're no longer a minor. You're no longer a minority, because a minority doesn't have the ability to close their eyes and see things. Congratulations on changing your state. Congratulations on being a god. The ability to create the world that you want with your language and your mind, right? Whatever you thought was out there in the clouds has been you this entire time. Surprise, niggers. Right? And for those that are having trouble seeing, gotta believe, right? That's possible, right? You gotta believe there's a world after good, right? You gotta believe that whatever you've done thus far, that's just scratching the surface, right? You gotta believe, right? If you don't believe, ye of little faith, right? Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. My name is Ken Billions. If you need an accountability partner, hit the Nothing But Game hotline, 888-565-8734. Look, I want more. I used to be apologetic about that, but I'm not now. I want more. If you're telling me that the universe is abundant, then there's no limits to what I can have. If I'm willing to put in the work, if I'm willing to grind, if I'm willing to be disciplined, then there's nothing I can't have. You know, I don't believe the lies anymore. I don't believe that I have to die to get heaven. I want it now. And I know you do too. We don't gotta be apologetic about wanting more anymore. I know I'm not. I want what's coming to me. It's starting right now. This that $20 appreciation. If you love the game, put it on the wood.